2. Check 1, 2. Okay. Let me know if you need me to turn it up or down.
banquet hall will now come to order. Thank you. Welcome to the annual Clover Banquet of the Idaho 4-H State Teen Association Convention. I would like to welcome Wyatt Morris from the Southern District to lead our American Pledge, and Tegan Wolf from the Southern District to lead our 4-H Pledge. Please stand and remove cover.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please join me in saying the 4-H pledge. I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living. For my club, my community, my country, and my world.
Thank you, too. Thank you, Wyatt and Tegan. Now welcome Atsina Ortega from the Southern District to share a few words of wisdom for us.
Well, hello everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful evening so far. So I'm Atsina Ortega, and I am from the Southern District. And when I was first told I was supposed to give a thought of the day, a few ideas quickly bubbled at the top of my mind. You know, like, be yourself, you are great, or whatever. But then I was like, you know, those always get said. So I thought a little deeper. And when I thought of this quote, I immediately thought of my dad. And it is by Thomas Edison, and it goes like this. The three great essentials to achieve anything worthwhile are first, hard work. Second, stick-to-itiveness. And third, common sense. So basically, he sums it up best by saying this. There's no substitute for hard work. That's just that. This really drives me through my life. In everything I do, I try to remember this quote, and I try to play it out. You can remember, but remember, remembering isn't always the best thing. It's the doing that matters the most. So you won't win fair unless you work. You won't be the greatest team player unless you work with your team. You won't get hired easily unless you have proof that you can do and work hard. And your grades won't get better until you decide to focus and remember on what's on your school. So you see, life has a pattern, and all you have to do is just catch on. Before you go, I'll leave you with one last quote, also from Thomas Edison, and it is this. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Atsina, for your words. We would like to take a moment to recognize our honored guests, Wayne and Peggy Thiessen, Betty Malloy, Audra Cochran, Sharon Murdoch, Jesse Van Buren, and Nancy Shelstad. Please help me welcome the Idaho 4-H State Teen Association Secretary to the stage.
Thank you, Lisa. Help me welcome to the podium Nancy Shelstad, the Interim Director of the University of Idaho 4-H Extension Youth Development. A dedicated UI alumna, Nancy has built her career as a professor and extension educator, focusing on youth development and volunteer development and learning opportunities that promote leadership, responsibility, and community engagement for Idaho's young people. Welcome, Nancy Shelstad.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I appreciate it. I was really excited when I was asked to share a few words tonight, so it is my honor just to share a few things. First of all, 45 years ago, I was sitting in your chair at the Idaho State 4-H Teen Conference. Not STAC, it was Teen Conference that long ago. I was in 4-H as a youth for 11 years. They didn't have the Clover Banquet program at that time, but I was one of those kids that I think every 4-H volunteer has just a little bit of fear of, because I wanted to take between 10 and 12 projects every year, and none of them were animal projects. I worked at the National 4-H Center in Washington, D.C. for 2 program assistant terms. I worked for the University of Idaho 4-H program for 27 years, since 1999. I share this with you not to be boisterous, but to help show my level of passion and deep belief in 4-H. I didn't plan on all of this 45 years ago when I was sitting in your chair, but it is all a part of my journey. We all have a journey in life, and I encourage you to take advantage of the many opportunities along the way, both in 4-H and outside of 4-H. As you go through your teenage years and advance on through life, you will have many opportunities to decide which path to take. You will need to engage many of your life skills that you've developed in 4-H. Your path will not always be a straight line. I can promise you that. I gave you a brief summary, but here's the rest of the story. Did I tell you that I earned my bachelor's degree in 1985 from the University of Idaho on this campus? But it was in accounting. I've never had an accounting job in my entire life. I changed my mind. My senior year, I thought, oh my gosh, I can't do this the rest of my life. But I was taught in 4-H, finish what you start, so I did. Did I tell you, my senior year in college, I was engaged to be married and then broke it off. Now, I've been married very happily for 38 years to one of the most wonderful men in the world. Did I tell you I was a retail store manager and then a regional chain supervisor for 4 years? For 4 stores. Did I tell you I worked at the other university in Idaho that happens to be located in Boise for 9 years, and yet I'm a U of I alum. My University of Idaho 4-H mug sat very firmly on my desk every day until it was kidnapped before one of the BSU U of I games, but I did get it back. I decided to open doors for myself when I decided to go back to the University of Idaho at the Boise Center and enroll in a master's program. I received my master's degree in 2006 in adult education and organizational learning. Did I tell you in the 27 years that I've been employed with the University of Idaho 4-H program, I've held 6 different job titles? Again, I share these things with you to illustrate the many opportunities to make choices in your life and to encourage you to be your best self at each turn and in each discovery of your own intrinsic rewards as you find your meaning in life. My 4-H experiences prepared me to navigate those many turns. Because of your 4-H experience, I hope that both youth and adults and adult 4-H participants, because let's face it, there are adult 4-H participants, all of you volunteers, hopefully you love what you do. I hope that you feel empowered to be the first in the cycle of positive influence and positive choices. I hope that you continue to be in 4-H, involved in all that 4-H has to offer for many years to come, both as youth and as adults. Enjoy the remaining time at STAC in 2026. Take advantage of all the positive choices and opportunities that you have here, and thank you for just a few minutes of your time. Have a good day.
Thank you so much for your time. Here's a small token of our appreciation. All right, it is at this time that we will begin adjourning tables for dinner. Please wait for your table to be called, and remember, please proceed to the walls with the flags and then head straight to the buffet lines, which are right behind you all in those corners. First, our reserved tables. May tables 9, 11, 13, 15, and 17. Please go get your dinner. have tables 1 through 5, please go to this buffet line over here. And may tables 21 through 26, please go to those tables, that buffet line over there. All right, may tables 6 through 10, please proceed to that buffet line. And may tables 16 through 20, please proceed to that buffet line.
tables 11 through 15, please use the buffet line on my right. You'll see me pointing in the direction of that buffet line. 11 through 15, you are now able to go get buffet on this line.
this time, it is our pleasure to present the Idaho 4-H College Scholarship Awards. Individuals who are awarded these distinguished scholarships, we ask that you please rise to be recognized when your name is called. There are currently 6 $1,000 college scholarships awarded this year through the Friends of 4-H and Endowment Scholarship Funds. The 2026 award recipients are Alyssa Weeks from Butte County, Dakota Lowry from Canyon County, Elena Lustig from Idaho County, Aubrey Workman from Ada County, Annalie Ellison from Jerome County, and Vincent Polito from Kootenai-Shoshone County. Please rise to be recognized. Please help me in welcoming the Idaho 4-H State Teen Association Secretary, Eleanor Sprinkle, and Activities Director, Daniel Wagaman.
Thank you so much, Hallie. There are 6 endowed scholarships available to Idaho 4-H members. The 2026 Cooper Whitey and Leona Fletcher Memorial Scholarship recipient is Abigail Hansen from Lemhi County.
This year, the Murdoch Ranch and Home Supply 4-H Scholarship recipients are Mackenzie Mills Drader from Kootenai-Shoshone County and Mallory Barrock-Holtz from Twin Falls County.
The Johansson Leadership Scholarship recipient is Lisa Mollum from Lemhi County.
The Gwendolyn Burnell Award recipient is Brad Benison of Ada County.
The O.M. Plummer awardee is Caden Cronquist from Gem, Boise County.
The Roy and Mamie Jones Award recipient is Kensington Blevins from Idaho County.
Our 2026 Quinn Family Scholarship recipient is Blake Kerr from Bonneville County. Please give a warm welcome to the Idaho 4-H State Teen Association Vice President, Lisa Mollum.
The Avista Foundation awards up to 9 $500 scholarships to 4-H students from the Northern District that are attending the University of Idaho. This year's recipients are Ella Getz from Clearwater County, Kenley Olson and Nesson Correll from Idaho County, Mackenzie Mills Drader from Kootenai-Shoshone County, and Brindley Thorns from Lewis County. Congratulations to all of this year's Idaho 4-H College Scholarship recipients. Best wishes to you as you further your education. Now help me in welcoming your State Teen Association Communications Director, Hallie Rowland, to the stage.
The State Teen Association Convention would not be possible without the hard work of our steering committee members. The STAC steering committee is made up of 4 district representatives and a member from each district, as well as adult members. Tonight, we would like to recognize these members who dedicate so many hours to ensuring the success of this conference. Would the district representatives please stand to be recognized? Thank you again to the district representatives for all your dedication to your districts, Idaho 4-H and the State Teen Association Convention. We would now like to take a minute to recognize the rest of the STAC Steering Committee. Each district chooses 1 youth member to serve on the steering committee. At this time, we would like to recognize those individuals. Would the youth steering committee members please join us on the side of the stage? Leela Harling, you're such a kind-hearted and compassionate person. Although I haven't got the opportunity to spend as much time with you as I wish I had, you've never failed to put a smile on my face whenever I'm around you. I'm so proud to see you step up as a leader, and I cannot wait to see all you do.
Phoenix Sepulveda, to see you go from someone so quiet to becoming one of the greatest leaders in my time in 4-H has seen is nothing short of a blessing. Though you may have gone on your interview in the steering committee without, well, Phoenix knows that answer, you never failed to put a smile on my face. Thank you for everything you have done for this committee, and thank you for being uniquely you. Lives have changed because of you. Until next time, love you, and see you later. I'm so proud of you.
Artemis Glick, the 2 years I've had the privilege of working with you on the STAC steering committee have been incredible. Your dedication and passion for STAC and the Eastern District are truly admirable and set an example for everyone around you. Thank you for many great memories, including giving me my first sip of a Monster energy drink. Working alongside you has been an amazing experience, and I couldn't have asked for a better STAC travel buddy. Thank you for your friendship, leadership, and all you have contributed over the years.
Caden Smith, this is my first year at STAC where you weren't my roommate. You have always been one of the most welcoming and easy to talk to people at these conferences. It's no wonder they call you the gentle giant, because no one else can hold so much love for others as you can. You always knew what would make everybody snicker. Although this may be your final 4-H conference as a youth attendee, you know that you have left a lasting impact on everyone you meet. The bus ride home could be the final time I ever see you. But because we're in the same county, I really hope that isn't true. Your parents, who I know are both here, should be proud to have such an amazing son, because I know I'm proud to call you my friend.
Let them get a picture real quick. All right, let's hear it one more time for our STAC steering committee. We would also like to thank our adult members. Our steering committee adults worked diligently this year to help plan this convention. Can we please have these individuals stand as we say your name? From the Northern District, Tara Rowland and Madison Soten. From the Central District, Shanna Young and Rosa Armstrong. And from the Eastern District, Laura Sants. Next up, our college staff have come from all over to serve. The time and effort you have put in has been key to help this conference run smoothly. Please stand Alla Callahan, Deja Fitzwater, Kara Morris, and Cheyenne Ortega. We would also like to thank our chaperones for their devotion to the 4-H program. Chaperones, please rise. All of the chaperones, please rise. Finally, this conference would not be possible without the hard work and dedication of Mike Knutz and Teresa Taverdi from the Idaho 4-H State Office. Thank you for all of your service, dedication, and enthusiasm throughout the years. We would like to additionally recognize all of the University of Idaho Extension, faculty, and staff. We sincerely appreciate your dedication to Idaho 4-H. Every email response to a panicked member, every hour spent on curriculum, and every mile driven to various events is seen and appreciated. If you work in 4-H in Idaho, please stand to be recognized. All right, I would now like to welcome to the stage your Idaho 4-H State Teen Association Vice President, Lisa Malum.
Thank you, Eleanor. Ian, our State 4-H president, don't let the height fool you, because Olivia Rodrigo's obsession, personality, leadership, and energy are absolutely on a whole different level. Somehow, against all odds, he made it to Stack, even after going to the wrong gas station. Honestly, at this point, I think that might just be part of his leadership strategy, keeping us all on our toes. Serving alongside Ian this year has truly been a meaningful experience. From his incredible leadership, humor, and ability to walk into a room and somehow leave with 40 new friends. It's genuinely inspiring to watch. And if it weren't for him, this team just wouldn't be the same. Whether it was leading us in Washington, D.C., or more accurately, being the world's most confident but slightly questionable tour guide. He's kept things memorable, even if not always geography accurate. I think we all learned two things from this year. Ian makes everyone in a room light up. And if all else fails, Ian will always find some unexpected way to make us laugh, even if it's to randomly start army crawling. He's also managed to make every event more exciting, sometimes intentionally, sometimes by surprise. I'm still recovering from the confetti cannon incident, especially the part when I became the target. And that was not appropriate. I'm not saying it was personal, but I am saying I now check every corner before entering a room. At the end of the day, Ian's guidance is what truly sets him apart. He's dependable, brings a strong sense of energy wherever he goes, and is intentional about including everyone. That's not something he can just make up on the spot, like his speeches. It's just who he is. And as we gather under this year's theme, honoring the past, shaping the future, it feels especially fitting, because he doesn't just carry forward what 4-H has been. He helps shape what it's becoming. And let's be honest, somewhere in that future, Ian is probably going to be president. Maybe. So tonight, it's my honor to introduce someone who leads with heart, humor, and just enough chaos to keep things interesting. Please welcome your 6'7" Idaho 4-H State Teen Association President, Ian Gauthier.
You're okay. You shouldn't have done that. My name is Ian Gauthier, and I'm your Idaho 4-H State Teen Association President. When I was on this stage 1 year ago, I said two things. First, I am 6'7". But second is that this 4-H community was one of the most accepting groups of people you could ever meet. Both remain true. Yeah, let that one sit. When I began my 4-H journey, it was right here at the State Teen Association conference, except I had a unique experience. They let me come a year early. I like to think Mike read my name on the registration form and knew we were going to be best friends, but he probably thinks otherwise. I remember a lot from my first conference, but most notably, a text from my mom every single hour asking if I was okay. At first, I was pretty clear about not being sure if this was my thing. But after every hour, it became a new opportunity to meet new people, to do new things, and arguably the most important, to push myself outside of my comfort zone. I quickly found comfort in my Southern District bus. My text went from, "Please come get me," to, "I like it here so much, I should just stay on campus." I jumped in dance circles, I received special mentorship from Caleb Hampton, and I genuinely enjoyed my time. There's one more thing you should know. It had been over 7 years since someone from my city and county had came to Stack. So to the delegates, I understand that some of you come from clubs with over 15 teens and some that hold the weight of a club with only a few members. I understand that some people may be coming from places that lack a 4-H program. I even understand that you may feel unrepresented because of it. I felt that with you. But here at Stack is where you figure it out. You have a family right in front of you. Each and every one of you contributed to my sense of belonging and my ability to be uniquely me. You can do that too. Talk to your neighbor. Talk to me. Talk to someone you've never talked to. Because that is where I was inspired to be me. Every time one of you shared an idea or welcomed someone new, you made this program stronger. I will never forget the work all of you have done to make the best better in Idaho 4-H. But even more, I'm incredibly grateful that I had the opportunity to lead and represent you. I wouldn't give it up for the world. Here's where the crying comes. None of what was accomplished on a state leadership level would have happened without the people who stood beside me on the officer team. To my current officer team, Lisa, while just yesterday I may have threatened to pop you with a confetti popper or waved bacon in your face, I like to think you and I share a special connection. I can always count on you to back up my ideas or give me a helping hand. I will never undermine the time we shared. And to think that we really didn't even know each other that well when we started state office speaks volume about how quickly we could work together. Your heart and devotion to 4-H will not be taken for granted. You are going to go so far. I know it. Thank you, Lisa. Eleanor, thank you so much for protecting me on the crosswalks during the national conference. I think I would have died without you, probably. You are caring, determined, and contributed so much to our team. I have historically been pretty unorganized. Don't worry, I'm working on it. But you have always been 100% ready all of the time. Your willingness to help others inspires me in a pretty substantial way. Without it, I feel our team would lack energy and focus. I will always remember seeing you put your all into everything we did, even if it meant missing the punching bag and falling into a trash can. Thank you, Eleanor. Daniel. Dave. I know Gail said that's inappropriate when you were slurping on your drink, but as my last order as president, I declare you can do it. Sorry, Gail. But seriously, your energy is so hard to match. When things got stressful, you were the one that was cracking a joke, dancing to random music, or reminding us of why we do the things we do. Our team was louder, braver, and more welcoming because you were in it. I will always remember having to pick up the many, and I mean many, pieces of confetti off the floor of our dorm room tonight. Thank you, Daniel. Hallie. Boom, boom, Benson Boone. I know how much this year I hated on you for Benson Boone. There's a reason for it. I really wanted to set up this speech because truthfully, I actually think he really isn't that bad. And also, I have some of his merch. There is a story on my old Instagram where I literally say he is one of my favorite artists. I am surprised you didn't pick up on it. But truthfully, I always feel like we are on the same wavelength all of the time. Every time I disagree with something, I know I can always look in your direction and see you shaking your head, also looking in my direction. But most importantly, I am proud of you for always being consistent in everything you do. I am so glad I was able to serve my term as an officer with someone so bubbly and so kind. I will always be grateful for everything we did. Thank you, Hallie. Paige, I wish I had known you in the 4-H program longer. No one else would forgive me if I told them I was at the wrong gas station, but admitted to not having even packed yet. No one else would tell me that they didn't like Olivia Rodrigo, but played it to make me happy anyway. I am so grateful to have done this year with you as my second officer advisor. Your advice and reliability made you easy to talk to, and whenever I was down, I knew you were always there to pick me back up. Thank you for your year of service. And I know, whoever happens to service with you will no doubt love being around the one and only Paige, just like I did. Keep being you, and I know you will be a great officer advisor. Thank you, Paige. Gail. Writing this paragraph was the hardest. Your mentorship is something I will never forget. I will always remember you being the model of our officer motto: work, lead, play. Your ability to seamlessly be locked in and the most funny person in the world is so rare in a person. Idaho 4-H will miss your leadership and direction when it comes to state office. To know you is to love you. When I think about the officers' long nights and the places our teams went, you will no doubt be a prevalent part of those memories. You were so influential to me from the moment I got to know you. Keep laughing until your ribs hurt, and please remember to put yourself in park. That kind of driving is not appropriate. Thank you, Gail. Our team is one that hopefully is remembered for a long time. I know that in terms to come, we will serve as a model to what leading with spirit, laughs, and direction should look like. 4-H staff and volunteers, don't think I don't remember you either. Ready for this? Mike, Teresa T, Teresa B, Cheryl, Matt, Miss Rowland, Miss Nancy, Dr. Smith, Miss Fowler, Mr. Stanley, Miss Shanna, Miss Madison, Miss Laura, Miss Rosa, Miss Ortega, Miss Reed. I could go on. Plenty, plenty more. You have contributed to me and put so much into me that even if I wasn't a state officer or I wasn't where I am right now, I would still owe you the world. Your trust in me, your willingness to let me do stupid things, and your constant mentorship is not something anyone should take lightly. Thank you, staff and volunteers. Because of all of you, delegates, officers, advisors, staff, I learned that 4-H isn't just projects and conferences. It's the people who make you believe you belong, the people who push for being authentically you. As you go back home, be that person for someone else. Work, lead, play, and most importantly, make the best better for your club, your country, and for Idaho 4-H. Before I sign off as president, I believe there's one last thing I must do, for the last time. Look who's 6'7" now, Mike! Love you too.
Now, I would like to welcome your Idaho 4-H State Teen Association Officer Advisor, Gail Silkwood, to the stage to help present the results of today's elections.
I don't know who that kid was talking about. It's not me. Okay, could I ask our current current district reps to bring your flag to the stage, please? Killing me, kid. We'll roll with it. All right. I'm going to start with Eastern District because she's first in line. Retiring District Rep Cynthia Squires, will you please join me on stage? Please welcome to the stage your 2027 Eastern District Representative, Amanda Church. All right, next in line is Southern District. Please welcome our retiring rep, Jedediah Davis. Jedediah Davis.
I love you. Love you too, Daniel, specifically.
And please help me welcome your 2027 Southern District Representative, Leela Harleen. Please welcome our retiring 2026 District Representative from the Northern District, Kate Scholler. present your 2027 Northern District Rep, Michaela Rowland. And last, but by no means least, please welcome 2026 retiring district representative from the Central District, Bryant Fowler. And lastly, to the stage, your 2027 Central District Representative, Katie Helsley. Congratulations on being elected to represent your district. We know that you'll be very successful in spreading the word about 4-H through that district and our state. Welcome to your new office. Exchange flags. And then smile at Anna for me. Okay, excellent. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. As I read the incoming 27 state 4-H officers' names, please come to join us on the stage. If you're the current officer, please come up when I call the title. For Activities Director, our retiring 2026 Activities Director, Daniel Wongman. Please give a warm welcome to your 2027 Idaho State 4-H. Ooh, I screw it up. I make them do it all the time. Idaho 4-H State Teen Association Activities Director, Bryant Fowler. Communications Director, Hallie Rowland, will you please join me on stage? Please give a warm welcome for your 2027 Idaho 4-H State Communications Director, Daniel Wongman. Will the 2026 Secretary, Eleanor Sprinkle, please join me on stage? Please give a warm welcome to the 2027 Idaho 4-H State Teen Association Secretary, Vincent Bass. Congratulations. And will the 2026 retiring Vice President, wrong child, Lisa Mullen, please join me on stage? Please give a warm welcome to the 2027 Idaho 4-H State Teen Association Vice President, Josie Albritton. And will the retiring president, Ian Gauthier, please join me on stage? Please give a big round of applause and a very warm welcome to your 2027 Idaho 4-H State Teen Association President, Hallie Rowland. Congratulations, you guys. We look forward to the great and amazing things this team will accomplish in your roles. Please give Anna your attention for a picture.
Smile, look happy.
You can get closer together. You're all a family.
Okay, you look great.
Ian, will you please close our ceremonies?
There we go. The leadership of the Idaho 4-H program will change hands today. For the past year, the program has been in good hands. I call on them now to assist me in the installation of those who have been elected to follow their leadership as Idaho 4-H state officers. And to the retiring officers, we pause to pay tribute as they relinquish their duties and responsibilities to new leaders. Let's give them a round of applause as they come forward to assist with the installation ceremony. I mean, big round of applause. Idaho 4-Hers. You have selected 5 4-H members to fill the offices of the Idaho 4-H State Teen Association because of their willingness and dependability. Our symbols of leadership will be passed to the incoming officers as they begin their specific duties to make their teams operate successfully to make the best of Idaho 4-H. Hallie Rowland, are you familiar with your duties as president?
Yes, I am. As president, I have many responsibilities. I will preside over all meetings and be ready to serve the best interest of Idaho 4-H members. I'll encourage all members to take an active part. I will work closely with our leaders to conduct 4-H events, and I will use my experience to represent the Idaho 4-H program.
Hallie Rowland, I now hand you your symbol of leadership. You got quite a full hand, I see. As Idaho 4-H state president. May your leadership be a guiding light for Idaho 4-H. Welcome to office. In electing you president, the Idaho 4-H program has conferred upon you the highest honor. With this honor comes responsibility. May it be your constant endeavor to promote growth and interest in the Idaho 4-H program. Yours is the opportunity to lead, the right to decide, and the power of strength. I wish you the best this year and know that your knowledge and inspiration will be an asset to the 4-H program as you fulfill your duties. Have a great year.
Ian, I present you this symbol of thanks and gratitude on behalf of the entire Idaho 4-H Teen Association for your leadership and guidance this past year as president. Thank you for your service.
Josie, are you familiar with your duties as vice president?
Yes, I am. I will assume the chair in the absence of the president. Therefore, I must be well acquainted with parliamentary procedure and the president's responsibilities. I will be responsible for the officer election process. I will work closely with the officer team to represent Idaho 4-H.
Josie, I now hand you your symbol of leadership. Your pride, enthusiasm, and desire will help you fulfill your responsibilities as Idaho 4-H State Vice President. Welcome to office.
Lisa, I present to you this symbol of thanks and gratitude on behalf of the entire Idaho 4-H Teen Association for your leadership and guidance this past year as Vice President. Thank you for your service.
All right, Vincent Bass, are you familiar with your duties as secretary?
Yes, I am. As secretary, my duties are to keep the state members' roll of voting delegates and a complete and accurate record of what takes place at all meetings. I will handle all association correspondence as requested.
Vincent, I now present to you your symbol of leadership as the Idaho 4-H State Secretary. Congratulations and best wishes. May your efforts to lead others into meaningful 4-H membership. Have a great year.
Eleanor, I present you this symbol of thanks and gratitude on behalf of the entire 4-H Teen Association. for your hard work and diligence this past year as secretary. Thank you for your service.
Daniel, are you familiar with your duties as Idaho 4-H Communications Director?
Yes, I am. As Communications Director, my duties are to utilize digital media outlets to promote and educate the public about Idaho 4-H and its teen programs.
Daniel, I now present you your symbol of leadership as Idaho 4-H Communications Director. May your skills serve the benefit, the association, and promote 4-H in Idaho. Welcome to office.
Hallie, I present to you this symbol of thanks and gratitude on behalf of the entire Idaho 4-H State Teen Association. For your efforts in promoting 4-H this past year as Communications Director, thank you for your service. Bryant Fowler, are you familiar with your duties as Idaho 4-H Activities Director?
Yes, I am as Communications Director. My duties are to utilize different. New Activities Director. Yes, My responsibilities are to encourage 4-H members' involvement and create positive environment to support growth.
Bryant, I now hand you this symbol of leadership as Activities Director. May your passion for 4-H spark participation, spark enthusiasm in members across the state. Have a great year.
Daniel, I present you this symbol of thanks. It is a gratitude in behalf of the entire Idaho 4-H Teen Association for energy and dedication to your duties. This past year as Activities Director, thank you for your service.
Retiring officers, will you please exit stage? Idaho 4-H, I present to you your 2027 Idaho 4-H State Teen Association Executive Officer Team. Holly, will you please close our session?
Thank you for attending the 2026 Idaho 4-H Clover Banquet. May I have a motion to close this meeting of the Idaho 4-H State Teen Association? Would anyone like to second the motion to close this meeting? It has been moved and seconded to close this meeting of the State Teen Association. All delegates in favor, please say aye at the tap of the gavel. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. The motion is passed. Meeting is adjourned. Please communicate with all your walking buddies. Remember the rule of 3 and your chaperone to go back to the dorms to change for the dance if you wish. The dance will be held here in the Pittman Center.
May the new officer team please come to Gale, please. Thank you.
also missing a couple other people, so